Hello again. Been a minute. A significantly less minute than the last time that I was like, been a minute. Been about a week since I've last streamed. I could come up with excuses, but honestly, I just didn't super have the will to stream as much the last week-ish. But today I return. Today we are going to be working on, ideally, um, trying to kind of clean up a bit of code and fix a few bugs. And I think we're going to start off with a relatively easy seeming bug. And that should be, if I can figure out where it is, the code is kind of a mess. And I think I'm going to have to delve into a very dark place for the code that I'm about to try to fix. This file gives me fear. But first, I should check if there is a, no. Okay. Potion. Not that. Oh, maybe it does have a function over here. Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, since it has a function over here, I'm going to restart my Visual Studio Code. It has some problems with the... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted to close that file, open this, and then restart my Visual Studio Code. It has some problems with opening that file. Maybe it's because it's like 16,000 lines long. Not my fault. I've reduced its length significantly, but I mean, it's my fault that I haven't reduced it more, but so what I really want to be doing is hmm, fixing. So if you need to heal, say, 600 hit points, and if you're missing hit points is 600, say, and you don't have a grand health potion, this just feels wrong. Eh, come on. That is slightly wrong, but it's also not meaningfully wrong here. Also, this is kind of dirty what I've done here. I've added a bit of spacing so that I can do that. I am probably the only person who will ever look at this code besides you right now, anyone who is here, and there are, of course, no viewers yet. Still pretty early. So, yeah. The second should be the large health potion, so that was just a minor bug. Um, I'm just gonna silently fix that. I don't feel like it's um super meaningful because you don't get charge used. Okay, let me come over here and look at this actually. So I'm assuming that this is kind of the cooldown check. And all of these should share a cooldown, so it isn't super meaningful. Um, so so what I'm missing is that here it won't use a greater health potion, it'll just return here. It'll be like, yep, we have no valid potion. I think. So how do I fix this? See, I want to have a slightly better way to fix this than just doing it like adding it to each of these, adding the higher tier potions. And ultimately, with the way I've done this, you should be able to kind of fall back to a higher tier potion, but there's no real fallback to lower tier potions after this point. So I could just do a bit of code duplication, but that also feels kind of dirty. And ultimately, a lot of this is already kind of duplicated code anyways, right? Because, like, I think the only real differences here are 2 here, 3 here. The text that it displays. Is that it? New potion hotkey text tag. Yeah, that's just about it. So I could make a little helper function for just consuming the potion, couldn't I? That would reduce a lot of this code. I could pass in a text for the message to display. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Void. So I think GF stands for game function. and it's meant to kind of just be general game functions. It's just a um, way of naming variables that I've been keeping. Same with what I assume is local variable, and what I assume is either global or game variable for global variables. Um, let's see. So I'd really kind of like to make a function for this using the potions. I have to do a lot more writing than I was anticipating to rewriting to fix this problem in a good way than I was anticipating, I guess is the right way to say it. Because I could fix this problem probably a lot easier, but I want to make things be kind of not awful. Let me go over here. Eh, love. Very fond of everything that is happening right now, of course. Um, okay, so I can just do stack types there instead of. So over here, I can replace this with just that, right? But I don't think I have a text to display for it. Oh, that shouldn't be a 0, that should be 3. And the top one I did 0, right? Cool. Use effect, add. Okay. So now all I should really need to pass in would be the text to display. But even then I could just potentially abstract and pull this part out of the function. Eh. Oh, there's a bit more that I need to pass in. But I already kind of expected pass in the player. Also, for a little bit of context, these are player references. That's why they're named this way. Stack type, stack names. Void. That noise came from over here. I'm gonna mute you. Sound off. getting levels from standing in the spawn area and having the NPC kill things, apparently. Just pause it. Shouldn't be leveling me up if it's paused. Now, where was I? Use potion, functions. You go away. Boop. Potion hotkey, okay. Void, yeah. Use potion. And what I want to take into the use potion function is the player reference. Because I'm going to need that for the dragon and at least the... Technically, I could just use unit get owner of the dragon and then player group single on it. But I think I'd rather just pass in the player. I think that makes some sense. Unless it doesn't. Though a reference to the player should be pretty cheap to pass regardless. I'm just not sure if I should need that much, but it's fine. It should be fine anyways. And if I'm passing in the player, then I just need to pass in the int potion local local property, I think. Parameter is what it stands for, probably. Potion index. Hey, yeah, I'm probably not naming variables in the most consistent way. Let's just pop over here. No, that seems to be how variables have been named. Okay. Potion index and text. Potion. Yes, text. Not test, text. Okay. Just go away, please. Thank you. Copy this from over here. Do that. There we go. My VS Code is kind of struggling, and that is for a reason, but not a reason I care to actually deal with. VS Code really does not like opening this file. Again, probably because it is about 17,000 lines long. Again, not mostly my fault. I feel like this is the most logical place to define this function, given it's probably only going to be used next to potion hotkey. So. Oh. Interesting that I guess this is probably a fine way. We'll pretend this is fine for now. Ooh, do I want to display that you don't have any valid potion before I display that you... I think it might make more sense to tell you that your health is full before telling you that you don't have a valid potion. Plus, having full health is potentially a slightly more likely um outcome than not having any potions, right? Or even getting down here due just to the way it works. I think that makes sense. So I think it would be wise to pull these two things up towards the top here. So I'm just going to do this. If I had to guess, that function would still be over here. So let me just... Yeah, it's a pretty simple function. It shouldn't be too... Honestly, I probably don't even need this function. I could probably just do it over there. But I'm sure the function is slightly... It'll ensure that I don't ever mess up in writing it, even if it's incredibly simple. I am, though, going to... I think I can do this. So StarCraft 2 might not like me. I will actually... I'm just going to comment out this line for now because StarCraft 2 might not like me calling this function up here. And let me quit. Apparently I didn't try to launch it again. There we go. Delightful. Fun times all around. Okay, everything seems fine. The game isn't going to break if I try to use this? Nope. Okay. That was definitely kind of a minor optimization. Realistically, I shouldn't have to worry about that. I just think that moving this kind of likely condition up to the top before looping was probably for the best. It also made sure that you would be told that your health was full before you were told that there were no valid potions if you didn't have any potions and your health was full. Because that just feels like it makes slightly more sense to me. Now, how do I want to... I guess first off, I want to pull pretty much all of this up into here. Mind. Maybe I should call you OP underscore potion type instead of index. It is an index of the type, but I feel like type is going to give a better idea of what you're doing with it. It should be 0 to 3. So maybe we can add a comment up here. Potion type should be 0 to 3. Usually be 0 to 3. And then in here, instead of doing this, I want to do this. I can just copy this line from up here. Eh, scared myself by bumping into something. Well, knocking something into something, I guess, is the correct way to say what I was just thinking. But right. I don't see anything else that needs to be changed immediately in this function. Oh, that's problematic. Add charge used. So maybe then call it like potion unit. This is getting a bit more. The function's getting a bit longer than I would have wanted, but. And maybe some of these parameters should be moved around slightly from where they are. But I believe that that should be fine now. Unit get position. Play group single. Okay, that all looks fine. Now I should. I guess I could do like a check in here as to if they're allowed, if they have the necessary stuff to use that potion, right? And then I could have it return a Boolean. But then I would need to loop over the player's inventory. Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea. That sounds like it's probably not for the best. I'm going to restart my Visual Studio Code again so I can have some of the useful features that it's willing to provide. Again, it really, really does not like this file. Okay. That looks good. It's not giving me any real errors here. Endurance potion. Where is it? I guess I can just look at this. So I want to pass in LR player. I want to pass in 3 because it's a potion type. I want to pass in oh, that's probably not great. I guess I should go check in the actually I should be able to just do game strings. Okay, make sure that I have this copied just in case I like typoed it somehow or would have typoed it somehow. And I'm really not sure what the get charge used here is actually for. But what do I know? Very little, apparently. And HP. Copy this. Large. And large. Ah, there should be 2. Now, ideally, I would have most of these things just in a meaningful. So I guess realistically, ideally, I would make a like potion type struct, and then I would just have an array of potion types, which I could do eventually. Probably not going to be immediately doing that. Though I don't really see any reason not to at the same time. I'd still need to pass in the potion unit here because it's the individual player's unit. So all I'd be really saving is one thing passed into the function, but oh no, because I could also pass in a reference to the potion type instead of okay. Let me come up over here. Structs. Some of these structs are kind of bad and weird and not ideal, but it's fine. Struct potion type. And I need a few things. String effect. Because it has an effect, right? Do. Or maybe I should do type? I'll do effect. String effect. That's an interesting choice that was made at one point. And I don't actually know if it was me that made this choice. Okay. Bank. No. String. Bank name. And then. Oh. What actually are the stackable types then? Let me go look at your definition. It's gonna cause problems for me again here in a second, but I want to see if it'll let me click. I love editors all of the time, always. Okay. So then bank name. I guess this should be link instead of stack name, right? Instead of being name, it should probably be link, and then realistically, that should probably be name. But I think name and then string link. I'll call you effect and where is this? Is this ability then? Unit add charge used. Let us see. Add charge used. Consumes the assigned number of charges. See, I'm not sure why we're adding charges or checking charges. My best guess is that it has to do with cooldown stuff, or it wants you to have a maximum number of potions that you can use in a game for some reason. But then, like, why would you need to have a maximum number of potions you could have used? I just am not sure that I understand. Anyway, I suppose I should keep on with this. Right, I need to decide what to call it. So I think it's an ability link technically that's being defined here. I could just go with names and types, but I don't think that's exactly accurate. I think it's more like effect name and ability link or something like that. Actually, maybe charge name? So I'm gonna call it effect name and charge name. And I do have to have all of these things with the name at the end. I'm gonna call you consumable. Because these really are consumables, not stackables, as it's referring to them. So then down here I will do a potion. I'll do it up under the, I'll do it here. A potion type type count array named GB. I'm just going potion types. And then over here, I can do zero. Is that no? And this is, wait, is that the effect name or the, I'm so slightly lost. So I'm using the, so the type is the effect name. And okay, so it is what I thought. And this was the, come up here. I'd be able to just hover over things if VS Code didn't really not like this. Charge name. Okay. Eh. Then I need just one more. Why? Dot effect name. No, not dot charge name. And then home. Nope. There we go. Dot. Nope. Dot. Effect name. And then dot bank name. Cool. Now I should be able to come over here, and then there's one more thing I want to do. Up over here, I want to do let's close this. Type def, struct def, potion type. That is what I called it, right? Oh, consumable type. Consumable type reference. And then I guess I can go in the potion types. Consumable types instead of potion types. Then over here I can just do consumable types. Cool. And then over here, instead of stack types and stack names, I can do consumable type. Potion type. There we go. And then effect name. Charge name. Why is this a global variable? Oh, because they want to remove it if they're doing a new one, right? I assume. I assume that somewhere in here we remove the last one when we do a new one. I'll just trust that that's happening somewhere. So this makes some sense to me. But with that, I should be able to. I think I also want to do a use text, right? Where you can go away, you can go away. Text, use text. And then pop over here and boop, 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 boop. Game strings, small, medium. For now, we're going to just trust that you will make sure that it is not null before you use it. You aren't really supposed to be using any of the other consumables in here anyways. Any of the ones that wouldn't have a text thing applied. So I'm just gonna trust that for now. Option. Where's the thing that I'm looking for immediately though? Right. Down here, string external is what I wanted. Okay. And then 2, 3, 4. And then instead of doing bank name there, I can do use text. Use text. String external. Param/value. Oh, not all caps there. Param/value/ hot HP. The first one I want to do small. Medium, large, and grand. Okay, they'll have their full words spelled out. Large, grand. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, if I do this right, I should need to pass this in here. Instead, I can do dot use text. And consumable types 3. Do consumable types 3 dot. This was stack name, so I think that is effect name. No. Yes. Okay. So then I can just. Oh, right. I also shouldn't need this anymore. large. Stack names. There we go. Let me just get rid of those. And I'm going to refresh my editor again just so that it will actually give me warnings and the likes again. Oh, no, what's the problem up here? Oh, right, that does make sense. I'll just copy all of this and bring it over into globals. Over here. Ah, that shouldn't be potion type, that should be consumable. Apparently I'm in the wrong place immediately. Go away. There we go. Okay. Now, back over here. No, it's wrong. Player, integer, and okay, I guess maybe I should just close that file and reopen it. Then this should be able to just be consumable types dot charge name. That should be the case though. There we go. See, I'm still not sure what the actual purpose of this charge name business is here. At least immediately. And then this should not be large, this should be small. Nope. Wrong place. Small and medium. Okay. That all looks about right. And ideally, this would make it a bit more practical for me to just try a few more, like, yeah, let's see if I can do X to get this to do things that I want it to do. Okay, let's see what the error is. Line 178? Oh. Um, yeah, I'll just. A lot of this really shouldn't actually be necessary because it's essentially establishing defined behavior, but as long as I never do anything with it before these things are done, then So I think calling the reason for that is that calling those global values before they're defined might be undefined behavior. Technically, though realistically, like this should already be an invalid dialogue. When you create a new dialogue, I think at least it should be an invalid dialogue. But I cannot say that with 100% certainty. Okay, line. Nope. 8:45 has this. Juvie underscore consumable types dot. Nope. Effect name. Technically, this is also the ID, so maybe I could just call this ID instead of effect name, but that's something that I'd be doing later. Sec types. Then in here, instead of this, I want to do charge. Charge name. I think this might just be obfuscation, though. I think that the what I'm calling charge name here might actually just be like a variable to check whether or not you messed with it. Because the original creator was very fond of those things. And if that is the case, I might just remove that in its entirety. It might really not be worth preserving. Consumable types dot bank name. Then I can come over here, open up the map again. Hopefully it'll actually load this time. This should give me an error immediately again. Oh, delightful. Okay. Getting closer though. 1200. So then GV underscore consumable types. Dot effect name. Dot bank name. And then I believe this is dot charge name. And then on this line, I want to do charge name again. I believe at the very least. Oh. Then 1205, 1206. Okay, I think that might actually be everything. We shall see, though. Okay, that is all working fine. I have spines that I can't use equipped, which the reason I had them equipped was actually to test another bug, so I'm just gonna go somewhere else for now. Spines. And I'm gonna equip these spines. Wait, I need something to hurt me. And I need to be a lot weaker than I currently am, so I don't think that there's a good way to make myself weaker without just deleting my banks. And the easiest way to do that is a lot of pain, I think. So I think what I can do is go. I can't quite do it that way. One place. Okay. Interesting. See, I'm gonna have to navigate to where it is. And I think I'm gonna do that on my other monitor really quick. Very briefly. Uh, there shouldn't be anything meaningful. Hard drive, games, battlement. Drive C. Users, me. Documents. StarCraft 2. Then just the so I'll just do like old banks. Delete the banks folder. And then reopen you. Because I need to take damage from something. And I'm not, there's no way that I'm taking damage from anything without. I need to fix the. Another thing I need to do is I need to fix the cutscene not allowing you to skip, I think. Oh, no mind, you just can't skip until it says press exit. Or escape, exit. Interesting. Dash minerals. I don't think there's any meaningful way for me to collect these. I'm just picking them up. So there we go. And I can't like just put the. Interesting. Maybe I can. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Now, if I just attack something. Nope. Now hurt me. Okay. Health potion work. Health potion use seems to be working. Push cooldown active. Health potion used. Cool. Now I would like to close this file again and reopen my user code again, just so that I can get type stuff again. And I need to find a way that is not going to be excessive to just essentially what I want to do is if the health is 100, if the health is less than or equal to 100, then I want to do, but maybe I could just define the starting point for a loop then, right? Because there's 4 consumable types that I'd want, and I could just modulus over that. So I could do essentially int loop start equals LV loop start equals uninitialized up here. And then down here, I'll just say is there particularly if I'm just missing health is less than or equal to 100, loop start is 0, or yeah, 0. Else if well, yeah, there's no super good way to do this without making a array that's going to be not great anyways. Either I'm hiding logic or I just do this logic because Galaxy Script doesn't support anything switch statements. Less than equal to 250. Loop start is 1. Missing health less than or equal to 500. Loop start is 2, and then just now one thing I can do that's maybe a bit silly but slightly optimizing it is I can initialize loop start to 3. And then down here, if loop start, no, if LV missing, if unit get charged. What I can do though is just make this, instead of that, I can do unit array LV potions, right? And then replace all of these with that. Potion 0. 1. 2 and 3. Okay. That all looks good. Now I can one, two, three. And over here. What is this if for? Oh, right. If LV potions loop start not equals null, then I want to do boop, boop, boop. Loop start. Do that, and then just return. Otherwise, I guess I should also check to make sure that this condition is fulfilled. I still don't entirely know what this condition is doing though, so this condition might still potentially be a really dumb condition that shouldn't exist. And if that's the case, then that sounds annoying. So I think the behavior that I want to do is I want to check to see if there are any potions higher than this potion. There are any more powerful potions that can be used. And then I want to check to see if there are any weaker potions. Descending. Descending from start. And then, so what that kind of means is I want to be for, do I have a, no. Int LVI equals LV loop start LVI less than 4. LVI plus equals 1. And then down here, now I do actually want this to be +1. And the one down here to be loop start -1 greater than or equal to 0. Minus equals 1. There we go. Because I kind of want to use the next strongest potion if it's available, or the next strongest potion after that. And then if there are no stronger potions available, default to the strongest possible potion that can be used. Which is what this should be doing. Now, this shouldn't be a loop start, but instead it'll be I. Okay. And theoretically, I can just copy this down into here, and this is kind of a bit repetitive. I probably shouldn't be copy pasting code like this, but I don't have much of an excuse. I also don't know how I'm going to test this in the slightest. Beyond making sure that it like doesn't crash and still uses potions. So I guess the first thing to do would be to test oh, I don't really care about the error there. So I'll start off by commenting out these lines. Not that that's exactly necessary. I should be able to just delete them fine, but move this over here. So no immediate error thrown there. Cool. And then I'm gonna do something a bit silly. And not the immediate problem. Just increase my max HP a bunch so that I can take a bunch of damage and spawn myself some grand healing potions. So then dash spawn grand healing potion. Oh, is that not it? Game strings. Health potion. Sure, you can increase that there too. Okay, so if I come over here and just drop these out, and then I do this, that will use the grand when it can. Cool. And then if I come over here, you're gonna put these stats into agility, just because agility won't do anything meaningful right now. If I come over here and then I drop out those grand healing potions, I want to get down a fair amount of health for this to test. Come on. It's gonna take a bit. It'll probably spawn something a bit stronger, but I can't think of any immediate enemies to spawn, honestly. Right now, though, I have taken 250 plus damage, so it should want to use a large healing potion. Is it willing to use my small? It is willing to use my small. And then if I spawn a medium health potion, it should want to use these mediums over the smalls, but then, you know, if there weren't any small health potions, it would use a medium instead. Come on, let me pick up the item, please. Whatever. So used a medium? Cool. Heck yeah. It looks like. And then there is something else that I wanted to test. But I need to be at slightly higher health for this, I think. Because a grand health potion was actually technically the right call there, I think. So I'll wait to get a bit lower. Wait to get to 1350, I think. Should be 250. Okay, so it used a medium. Why? Oh, sorry. Large is... Okay, large is actually getting below that. Okay. Large is anything below 500 and above 250. So now here, cool, it chose to use the grand. That is everything that I wanted correct in terms of health potion usage. So now I should be able to just check to make sure that everything that I changed was reasonable. I'm gonna need to refresh after looking at this, but before I can actually commit anything. But it's fine. Now, no. Update potion logic and update potion hotkey logic. Fixes. I think that this will work. But I do need to go look at the issue number. The issue number for that one is 25. And I think, see, I don't know if I'm allowed to do parentheses around this, but I hope that I will be allowed to. Update potion logic otherwise to be cleaner. And Yeah, as I suspected, I'm going to need to close, or at least reload the window. Nope. Reload the window here before I can do this. Update potion logic, update potion hotkey logic, which is 25. Commit. Cool. And then what other issues were there to work on? I don't really want to work on that one. Markers. There is one that quest markers aren't always shown. And I think the issue there is that when quests are reset, the quest marker doesn't show up again. Which shouldn't be too unreasonable to fix, right? Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to leave you on that brightness. So that will require go into the messy file again, though. I think. I guess there is the where's the reset quests? Reset quests. So it destroys all the objectives, and reset quests actually just calls the story quest 0 setup. Oh, this isn't this is a bad command. I'll fix this command later, but that's actually not what I'm worried about right now. What I'm worried about is the reborn. So where's reborn? Reborn. I don't know why I don't have this as a command. I guess it's because the way that this is a sort of a bit more than a command, but also not. And I also feel like this is just kind of bad. So I'm gonna just comment out this line because this requirement was removed. And instead of doing this, I'm gonna do um this is just everything else, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna do this and not GF is admin. Get the handle of the player. So if the player isn't level 100 and isn't an admin, then you come in here, you do this, and you return. False. Um, I do also need to do that. I kind of want to rename this, but then the editor will complain. So I'll save that for a later time. So I check if the player is an admin. Right. So if you're on level 100, this is true. And if you're an admin, this is true. If you're an okay. If you're an admin, this is never true, so you never return. Cool. And it also won't complain that I need to be level 100, which I'll consider intended behavior. Technically, this should be considered a test condition, I think. But that's basically what it is anyways, so. In here, you just remove all of these. You just set all the quest states to 0. But I think there's a better way to reset the quests. I hope there's a better way to reset the quest, because the bug that I want to fix is essentially when you reborn, which is like a prestige type system, um, you can redo all these side quests, but they don't regain their quest markers. So do I have the game actually? Okay, wait a second. Oh, interesting. What's the problem? There's an A somewhere. Oh, that's over here. Ah, that was loud. I find the StarCraft 2 editor wholly unpleasant all of the time. I wish never to have to deal with it. But, oh, okay, it's just taking a minute to do the build. Do the buildy build. There we go. Now, in theory, this all get right. So the bug. If I were to come over here and do the quest that she has. Yeah. I mean, I don't actually think I need to do the full quest. Oh, I'm gonna need to do one more quest because, or start one more quest. Okay, so now if I reborn, well, she doesn't have a quest objective marker thing. She will still not have one. But the quest has reset. She does have the armor quest again. That I obviously just did. So I think that the best way to deal with that would be a like reset quest function. And there's actually one easy way to see if I have that. Functions. So I have these story quest setups. I have the quest. Oh, no. Okay. I guess then I'm going to have to do something a bit hacky and go over and s- uh, technically it would be better to make a reset quest function, and I'm sure I'll do that at some point, but for now I'd kind of like to pop over here and quest setups. Okay. Initialize one. Cool. Initialize three. Load side quests. Okay. This is getting promising. Oh, yeah, this is a nightmare, isn't it? Um, and this should just be a question mark, right? Because if I come over here to the, where is it? Game strengths and find this, or an exclamation mark. Okay, so then what I could do is, where is the eight? Can I, no? It's annoying. Where's the growth script? There we go. So I could just do all of this for all of the side quests, right? But that would be 3 more lines of code each, I think. And I'd have to find the eh, sure. This is how we're gonna do this for now. This code is really bad. I will fix this eventually. Oh, you should be under mana quests. And mana quests apparently happen up in the main loop-ish, so this is gonna happen here. Um, uh, mana quests happen in loop. Okay. This is a really bad, hacky way to do this, and I do not deserve to continue working on this after this. Where's the base quest? What? Mana. Okay. And then base quest, quest. This is really bad. Really bad. I might be able to reuse the text tag. I can check that at a later time though. Right now I mostly want to see if doing this will fix the problem that I think that I'm having. Because I think that this will. I think that the problem is very much just that the quest progress is being reset, but the marker is being created in such a bad way. Eh. That's my thought, at least, immediately looking at the code here. Saren, Olam. There, where is it? Agreed. Sure. Oh, no. Agreed. I wonder what the grid quest actually is. Madeline. I still need the Altas. There we go. You know, I think I'd really kind of like to generalize this a bit more after I'm done with this. Of just kind of making it so that I can ideally just like give a unit and just string to display above it, right? I guess just give the text to display above it here. We'll see if that actually is going to end up loading it. I was thinking suspicion it might not. Oh, fun. 127. And by that it means 126, 128. Oh, that's strange. That means that that code has never been reached before, I think. Okay, let me go look for Malin again. So it did base, Olem, Saren, Simi, Mr. Greed, Madeline, Altos, Moraltos, Amp. Where is Malin? Base. Malin. There's yours. Okay, well that's also just definitely wrong, I think. This is a problem. I guess, maybe Malin quests were never implemented? Maybe progress is never 0? Maybe Malin never shows a text tag, but there's no other major issue from this. Okay, apparently that was done twice. Well, we're gonna pretend that it wasn't done twice. But that still doesn't answer the... You know, it occurs to me that quests don't even load from the bank properly, so why is there so much here to do quest loading from the bank? Okay, maybe that'll be something to fix at some point. Okay. I'm gonna just move this over a bit. Okay, invalid parameter, possibly incorrect. So about line 127, and I can check what the editor's line 127 is. What do you mean? This is actually meaningless and dumb. I really just am very much failing to see what the issue is. So I guess I will close Visual Studio Code and reopen it, as I have been doing. And maybe that shall give me some enlightenment. One can only hope. No. I'm just having whatever bizarre issue that you are having. Oh, how did I even lose? Okay. I'm not even sort of sure how that happened. That makes very little sense, but did I not press? No. Okay, it is just compiling right now. Hmm. Come down here. Grab your quest. Now, that does technically work. So what are the GitHub keywords again? I guess I can check that over on the GitHub keywords. Here we go. So I don't quite want to fix the issue with this, and I don't think that there's a good way to otherwise do it. I'll say it fixes the issue, but then I'm also going to do just like a little to do in here, maybe. Fix. I guess I could also add another issue, right? How quest resetting is done. Yeah, I think that that works. Then let me pop over here. Oh, that's gonna open back up into this immediately again. I'm gonna have to restart it again. I have made mistakes. Okay, let me close you, let me restart you. And then fix up how this is done. Cool. This fixes Fix quest. Mm, fix quest markers on reborn. Hacky. Fixes. Fix quest markers. Side quests. Side quest. Yeah, I don't. Boy. Fix side quest markers on reborn. Fixes 20. And there was something else that I did. Fix quest marker in fix quest markers in couple quest markers in there. Close this, go back here, reload window. Both of these are changes. Both these changes are stage code. I think though, for now, I might make that the end. I mostly just wanted to make sure that I didn't not stream again for another day. Figured this was a good project that I've been working on recently. Fixing up this code here. It's a good project that I've been working on recently that I could use. However, I think, fixed a couple bugs. I think that might be it for today. Make it a bit of a short stream. Thank you all so much for coming. Anyone who is here, watching the VOD if you're doing that. If you enjoyed for whatever reason, feel free to follow or subscribe depending on what platform you're observing on, if you're observing. I think that's about it. So yeah. Bye-bye.